Hey guys, Rob Murphy from Holistic Healing Choices here. Now today we're going to have a look at the app Strava. But before we get into that, I would love it so much if you could please like, comment and share this video, as well as subscribe if you haven't already, because that really helps the channel out. And also too, we still have our Patreon over at our Patreon page with links down below. So getting into Strava. So Strava is an app for measuring distance on running, walking, cycling, hiking, canoeing, all different sorts of activities. It uses a GPS from your phone, or if you've got a watch synced up to it, you can use that as well. So Strava is, now if you've been on this channel or followed this channel, you would have seen I've done a review on Runkeeper. So Strava is pretty much the direct competitor, the biggest competitor that I've seen anyway, to Runkeeper. So these two have had like a bit of a rivalry, I suppose, with some people preferring Strava, some people preferring Runkeeper. So let's have a look now at Strava and see what the differences or the similarities, as well as why some people prefer it. Okay, so booting up Strava, here we go. So we're coming into the feed to start off with. Now when I first started it, back when I first downloaded it, it went straight to record. So here we have what's been happening. People can take photos of their runs, as you can see. These are some mates from a little way away. And yeah, having a look at what everybody's done. There's a afternoon walk that was actually a run, but I forgot to set it, as we'll get into now. So to get anywhere, we go to record. Now here you can look at your routes, so you can create routes online for you to do. You can change what sport you're doing, so running, riding, walking, hiking, all sorts, which is pretty cool. So we'll change it back to run. Now here, I don't actually know what that is because it goes straight into this. But just for running, it's pretty good there. So we hit settings up here. You can put it to auto pause. So it uses a GPS to detect movement. So if you stop moving, like if you run into someone downtown or whatever, it'll stop for you. You've got your audio cues. So for riding, for running, start, stop and pause. Run announcements. Every K, every half a K, which is the way I like it. And segments, I don't have those ones on. You can put a beacon on, which is what that one means there, live. So now you can put the screen display on, you can keep it on, time before dimming, so those sort of things as well. So that, you know, as on this phone I have a case, as I close it, then I've got to log in and, you know, either put my fingerprint on the screen or put my passcode in, which can be annoying while you're running. Sensors, if you have a sensor. Now, one of the main things, get back out of that one. One of the main things about Strava is that it is so popular, so it is integrated with a lot of different apps. So I've been doing a virtual challenge one, and that one is integrated with this app, if you can get your login stuff for it and get the permissions for it. So here we've got how many people I'm following, how many people follow me as well. So it is a lot more of a social app than opposed to Runkeeper. So Runkeeper, yeah, you can see your friends and all that sort of thing, but for whatever reason, it is very hard to actually accept people or find people on there. For whatever reason that is, it's always an issue. Whereas with Strava, it connects straight to Facebook and all those things, so you've got them there. Now it does send you emails and stuff, and a little text prompt up the top there if someone, you know, likes your run. So you can see here you've got kudos here, so give someone kudos. Now that'll actually tell them that Rob Murphy gave you kudos for your latest run or whatever, as well as probably an email as well, like it does with me. Now you can explore. So there are different routes and stuff that you can have a look at. There's this one, running day 5k. There's clubs that are near you, so Orange Runners Club, Orange Girls, whatever it may be. They have upcoming challenges, so you can have a look at all challenges. So complete 5Ks in May. Then you've got the virtual half marathon, a 10k, all these different little challenges to push yourself. Then yeah, you can have a look at your clubs and segments, which I don't actually know what that means for this, but I'm guessing that yeah, segments seems to be little tracks around town. So being in Orange, but if we go to Bathurst, we'll probably find a lot more segments there as well. So as you can imagine, Sydney will probably have thousands. So you can change it between satellite map, terrain map. We'll just keep it on that one. You can invite all different people. You can have a look at your feed from the start, as well as any other club activities as well. You can set your notifications or any notifications that you get. But yeah, that is Strava in a bit of a nutshell. Not too bad. It seems very sterile compared to Runkeeper. I can't put my finger on what it is, but I don't like it as much as Runkeeper. But it does everything. It seems to record well. The integration with other apps such as Spotify and stuff while you're running and listening seems to work very well as well. So I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just because I've used Runkeeper for so long. But given between the two, they're probably the market leaders. So they work. They do everything that you want them to do in that way. So whether it is walking, running, one thing I will say though is that you only get the voice for running or riding. While walking or actually running, but I had it set on walk, I didn't get any audio prompts when I'd done a K or every half kilometre. So you don't get those stats, whereas I know Runkeeper does that. Once you turn it on, it's on for whatever sport or whatever you're doing. But that is Strava. Let's get back to the review. And so there you go. So the main difference that I found is that Strava is much more social. You're allowed to, or it's able to connect with friends a lot more easily. Connects through with Facebook or through your phone book and allows you instant access. Now, for whatever reason, I found with Runkeeper it's harder to do that. As well as Strava, it seems a lot more streamlined. But in that too, it doesn't look as though you get to choose as many options. I remember finding it hard to, eventually find, so it could give me those heads up about my run time, about how many Ks I've done, so on and so forth, and changing those settings. And I found the voice too a lot more robotic, whereas in Runkeeper it's a more natural voice, whereas with Strava I found it's a lot more robotic. Whether that's up to you, your personal preference, if you care or not, whatever. And two, so I said about some of those features. So after I filmed that little bit on my phone, Strava came back with an email about stuff that they're changing. So some of the things Strava's changing with it. Now what they mean by changing is that these features are no longer available for free. Some of the stuff they're changing is so you get a favourites first feed. So the people that your favourites, like partners, sports friends, anything, or someone you're competing against sort of thing, they'll come up first. And you get to return it to a chronological feed as well. So as people do things each and every day, it comes up there first. They're also improving impossible effort detection. So anybody who turns it on, jumps in their car or on a motorbike or something and goes through a trail. Those sort of things where, maybe they run up a hill too quickly or they run up a hill at the same speed that they would a normal flat ground or even downhill sort of thing. Those people are going to be dethroned. Works better with your Apple Watch and also allows you to actually delete parts of the run. So let's say you finish a run, jump in your car, you haven't switched your Strava off. Now I know I've done that so many times when I've rode to work or gone for a walk from work downtown and back, and I haven't actually turned it off. So it's just sat there for about half an hour of just sitting in one spot. So allowing you to clip that would be pretty cool. So all activities now show both elapsed and moving time. So the total time, as I was saying before, the total time taken, as well as the whole time you're moving. So if you said, well, yeah, I forgot to turn it off, this is a total moving time. Now, new subscription features that were previously free. So these are the things that now you have to pay for. Overall segment leaderboards, so the top 10 though are still free. Comparing, filtering and analysing segment efforts. So this K, between this K, analysing that now you have to pay for, which is similar to Runkeeper. Runkeeper shows you your time per K, but and a little bit about elevation and stuff. But to get any more detail, you need to pay for it as well. Your route planning that I mentioned, so getting online and making a route, you have to pay for that now to be able to use that. Matched runs, so analysing performance over the same run. Now, I'd say you'd be able to do that anyway. Maybe not in a route bit, but so what? As you run that same loop so many times, you'll have so many different things. You'll be able to see yourself improve anyway. So I don't know what that means there, unless it hides some of your past runs or something. There's a training log on Android and Strava.com that you have to pay for now. I didn't even know that existed. Monthly activity trends and comparisons. Now that is something that should be free. That should stay free. But more new features for subscribers. They've got route updates. Match rides, so now, you can analyse that. Workout analysis is now available for all activities, so your canoeing, you can now analyse all your canoe trips. Great adjusted pace, and a whole new way to compete on segments. So with that, you have to sort of work out whether it is beneficial for you. I still am going to stay with the free one, and honestly, I might even go back to Runkeeper for it. Just because I've used Runkeeper so much longer, I know how it works, easy. I like the voice a bit better, all that sort of stuff, so it's just what I prefer. Not saying that Strava's bad, it's worked amazingly fine, so one or the other. I'll still keep it on there in case Runkeeper decides to change anything on me, and then I can easily switch over to Strava. But other than that, it's more or less identical. It really just comes down to, do you prefer the orange layout of Strava or the blue of Runkeeper? But anyway guys, all up, I haven't seen anything negative, only that now they want you to pay for features that were previously free. Yeah, if it's up to you, if you're serious about competing, then maybe that's an option. But for me, just doing it by myself, competing against myself, no. But anyway guys, I will give Strava about an 8 out of 10. It works, it's free for the most part, for most of the normal stuff that you're going to be doing. Some little things on there, like I didn't like that you couldn't have the time when you're walking come through each 500 meters, but hey, little thing, but that is only a little thing. Other than that, it works fine. But anyway guys, what do you think? Which one do you prefer? Is there another running app that you like so much better than either Strava or Runkeeper? What do you think of these running apps, these tracking apps, these training apps? But anyway guys, that's it from me. I'm Rob Murphy, and I'll see you in the next video.